All right, what is going on, everybody? We have some breaking news around the NFL. Well, actually, not the NFL, just the Philadelphia Eagles in general. The Philadelphia Eagles made a trade with the San Francisco 49ers to bring in Marquise Goodwin. Speed, 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 and more speed. Everyone that's been blaming Howie Roseman the whole draft, I've been hearing it for days. They've been blaming him. They've been saying that he sucks at draft and he'll never get any better, which is true. All right, he did suck at draft and leading up to this point. But I will say something. He showed his balls in this draft unlike anything I've ever seen before. He drafted a quarterback in the second round. People hated Howie Roseman. They're like, get him out of here, fire him right now, never bring him back. He sucks. Howie Roseman's the worst thing since like the apocalypse. Well, not the apocalypse, since the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor or whatever. I've heard some really stupid examples. This just proves right here, right now, that we are all in on next year. All right, we bring in someone like Jalen Hurts to be a gadget player on the field at the same time. I heard Press Taylor say that he wanted to have two people on the field at the same time who could throw the ball, just trick the shit out of the defenses. Bringing in Marquise Goodwin, this offense, I don't think you guys realize what's going on. This offense is going to be so fast next year. And I don't think the league is ready for what's going to happen next year. I really don't. Now, I'm going to share this around to a couple of things on Facebook. I'm going to take some comments in a little bit, but I want people out there right here, right now, anyone that bashed anything that Howie Roseman was doing within the last couple of days, anyone that bashed this franchise saying, oh, you do not care about Carson Wentz, you don't care about his future, we signed him to a contract for literally no reason, we don't know what's going on, why do you hate us so much, we only won one Super Bowl, we're not going to win anymore. I want you guys to tell me, and I want you guys to apologize to the Philadelphia Eagles for basically bringing us another championship hope in the city of Philadelphia, because Marquise Goodwin ran a 4.27 at his NFL draft combine day. 4.27. Jalen Reagor, when healthy, runs a 4.22, 4.23 when healthy for a 40-yard dash. That is all speed. We have Zach Ertz. We have Dallas Goedert. We have Alshon Jeffrey potentially coming back. We have Deshaun Jackson still on the field. This is setting up to be one of the biggest NFL drafts and off seasons in Philadelphia Eagles history. I don't think fans realize what's going on. People just want to look at that second round pick and say how dreadful and unnecessary it was. I'm here to tell you right here, right now, this team next year is a contender for the Super Bowl championship once again. You're hearing it from my lips to your ears. And I am so pumped to see where this team is going to go for the future, because I have been on the downskirts for this team for the last 2 years. I've had to hear every single day, oh, Foles needs to come back. Wentz isn't going to be the same ever again. Wentz will never win the Super Bowl. He'll always be in Foles' shadow. Not this year. This year, we are primed to be, and let me tell you, you're hearing it from my lips to your ears right now. We are primed to be a top 5 team, maybe even a top 3 team next year. Howie Roseman nailed, and I mean nailed this draft from top to bottom. Every single position that people have been crying out for us to get, we have gotten. We got a backup quarterback. We got our wide receiver that has speed, that could catch, that's a big-time gamer, that's aggressive. We got a linebacker in the third round, which I had someone tell me was a steal. All right, we got an offensive tackle. We got another wide receiver from Boise State. We got everything you could want in the NFL draft and more. You got Marquise Goodwin to come in here as a role player. How can people not like what's going on? I don't understand it. I really don't. And usually I would have other people in here. I'd have Zomp, I'd have Trevor, and I'd have Zach. But you know what? They're really busy doing something else, and I needed to get this off my chest, because there are clowns, there are buffoons, there are idiots out there that don't know how to run a franchise and will not let people like Howie Roseman or Doug Peterson or Jeffrey Lurie run the franchise that we absolutely love. And the draft's not even over yet. The draft is not even over yet, and people are still complaining about yesterday's second-round pick. Let them do their job. Let them do their job. We have a Super Bowl already. We have bonus time ahead of us, ladies and gentlemen. Some of us didn't even realize that we'd win a Super Bowl ever. Now we're playing with house money. We are doing – this team is set up for the future. This team is very, very, very valuable for the future, because not only are we going to use Jalen Hurts as a gadget player, we're going to have him on the field at the same time as, and I'm going to bring Trevor in right here, right now. We are going to have what am I even talking about? We're gonna have Jalen Hurts on the field at the same time as Carson Wentz in situational plays. It's gonna trick defenses out. People aren't gonna know them. And guess what? Down the road, 2 to 3 years from now, we're gonna trade away Jalen Hurts for assets. It's all part of the plan. It is all part of the plan. I absolutely love what Howie Roseman is doing. As I bring in Trevor here, this has been a remarkable offseason and a draft for the Philadelphia Eagles, the team that we absolutely love. What are your thoughts? What are your opinions on the Marquise Goodwin trade, Trevor, and the overall draft as itself?
I have been out of the loop. I just got done recording, so I may have to go back and get everyone. But
yeah,
I also like the draft pick of John Hightower from Boise State as well.
Yep, we just got him.
And we're on the clock right now at 173.
173. As I'm talking, we are on the clock at 173. So honestly, I've been really just going off the last 5 minutes before you came in here about that the fans that they keep going back to the second round pick. They're like, duh, why do we pick a quarterback in Jalen Hurts, a second round pick overall when we had other needs? Well, you're seeing it right now that it really doesn't matter now because we've got the needs.
I've been going by it. Like I've at first I was really shocked that I watched some film like I always do. I watched his stuff from his first year starting, his first full year back in 2016. I watched some of that film, watched some 2017 film, watched some of his Oklahoma film, which is his highlight reel.
Right. No, this
I like this move because Nate Sudfeld wants to become a starting quarterback. I don't see it's happening.
He's garbage. By the way, Team Triple G 209, you guys got speedsters. Thank you for the super chat. Yes, we do. We have a guy that runs a 4.27. We have a guy that runs a 4.31 in Deshaun Jackson. We have a guy that runs a 4.22 when healthy in Jalen Reagor. We have speed out the ass. And now we have an unnecessary pick from the University of Alabama and Oklahoma. I might add you, he's more of a Roll Tide guy because he's been there for 3 years. Other than Oklahoma, he's only been there for 1. But we have a gadget player on the field that is very quick. He could throw the ball when necessary, and the defenses are going to be tricked out of their minds. I don't know why Philadelphia Eagles fans would not like what's going on. This has been the best overall offseason I've seen in recent history ever since we won the Super Bowl.
The Eagles trade the pick to the Chicago Bears.
All right, what did we get back? Do you have details on that?
I don't have details yet. I just saw it on the screen pop up. So,
all right, so we traded a pick to the Chicago Bears because Howie Roseman loves his assets. So, we traded back probably for a little bit more. Who knows? But
hey, I will say this: the first 3 picks I was iffy about. I came around on a few.
Yeah,
these last few picks, I like how they got up there, get the line. I like the Auburn tackle. Mm-hmm. Not because, all right, little insight. He's from Connecticut. We started at UMass, then he transferred to Auburn. So he's got some grit. I think it's always good enough to let's get the line all figured out first because we need to make a wall around Carson Wentz.
Well. Someone in the comment section said came in the stream hearing that he's garbage. Thought you were talking about Goodwin. Well, many people would think that I would be talking about Marquise Goodwin like he's garbage because I believe he had 191 receiving yards last year in. I got to look up his stats. I just had his stat sheet up. And people would say that's abysmal on paper because he's been in the league for 6 years. He was with the Buffalo Bills and the San Francisco 49ers. They would say that's abysmal on paper, but he's not coming in as a star. He's coming in as a role player. And, that's the speed that we need on the field. And this guy's fast, just like MBuff 151 in the comment section said. This guy's fast. He ran a 4.27 at the combine.
Yeah, here's the thing with Marquise Goodwin. He's only played the past 2 years. He's only played 18 games.
Yeah.
So he's been hurt a lot. He started 9 games last year, in 6 games. He got 12 receptions, 186 yards, 1 touchdown. And it was a 15-yard touchdown.
Mikey brings up something. He said Reagor ran a 4.22. He ran a 4.5. He ran that 40-yard dash on a hurt hamstring. He wasn't healthy when he ran that. What does that tell you? At his college pro day, he ran a 4.23, I believe, or a 4.22. I don't know which one. That guy is fast. He is fast. He's really fast. You guys cannot take away anything from that 4.5 or whatever he was, 4.47 or whatever. You can't. He's fast. He's really fast.
All right. They trade picks for 173 and 227 in exchange for 196, 200, and 233.
Yeah, I heard they just drafted another wide receiver. Is that true? Ty Green on Facebook said that.
Oh, yeah. The Bears drafted Darryl Mooney from Tulane.
All right. How about the Eagles?
Nothing yet.
Okay.
All they drafted was John Hightower.
Yeah. Evil Maddox is 4.47, not even 4.5. On a hurt leg. Think about that. That's quick. That is quick. That's scary. And we have 3 of those guys now. And you don't even have to rely on Marquise Goodwin. He's a role player. It's insane.
Here's my thing. I was looking at the wide receiver group. John Hightower was not on my big board or like on my radar at all. Because I was looking at a few others like Donovan Peoples-Jones from Michigan. I was looking at him.
Yep.
Though the only bad thought I found out about, he has a case of the drops like Nelson Aguilar. So I was like, no, thank you. So.
Trust Smith on Facebook says, clocked at 22.3 miles per hour. Only Tyreek Hill has been clocked faster. Oh, my God.
My only problem with Marquise Goodwin, we got to use him correctly. That's a big thing with him. He had some glimpses of like good play in Buffalo. San Francisco, he had like a few good plays, and he's been mostly injured. Yeah. So he's literally like that. You know that nice sports car you have?
Yeah.
That you can only bring out at certain times. That's what he is.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's insane. You know, it is insane. I'm very excited with what the NFL draft, with what we have done in this NFL draft. I really am. We addressed literally every single thing we needed. We got our wide receiver for the future. We got a backup quarterback, which we desperately needed. We got a linebacker in the 3rd round, which someone told me was a steal, by the way. We have 2 wide receivers overall. We got offensive linemen. How can you complain at this point?
Well, people want to complain about something. You know, that's what it is. That's what life is. People need something to bitch about.
It's not like he went up and got 3 wide receivers. Like that would have been overkill. He balanced it out.
He's got 2
time forever.
I said you have to get out of this draft with 2 wide receivers, and he's got 2 wide receivers. You can get 3, I'll be happy, but like 2 out of the draft is really good. I'll say. Yep. This is like the deepest draft in the wideout history. So. And
Big D says that Hightower is fast. I don't know his 40 time, but he's the 2nd person that said that.
Yeah, he played at Boise State, so he's always. If you ever watch his late night Mountain West games, that's what he is. So. Yep. Right now, the Packers are on the clock right now. So
okay, so Rene Rodrigo Villain Cantu says, I'm a 49ers fan. Can you tell us anything about Marquise Goodwin and why you said fuck? Because I see that word fuck, and I think that you don't like losing Marquise Goodwin.
Plus, they also lost Joe Staley to retirement, too.
Yeah, they did lose Joe Staley to retirement.
And they got Trent Williams as his replacement.
That's another thing I want to bring out. The kid from Clemson, the safety from Clemson. You know, that's depth. That's a backup behind Jalen Mills. Or maybe if Jalen Mills sucks at safety, we could plug that guy right.
He's actually very durable, by the way.
Yeah.
So I'm happy for that. So that's all I've read so far. Right now, it's going to be really interesting what this defense is going to look like. So
can you explain why Howie keeps trading back? It's simple. He loves his assets.
Asset management.
Yeah, loves his assets. He's going to keep doing that, and I'm all right with it. Howie has been spectacular. I have been the biggest, and I mean the biggest Howie Roseman hater on planet Earth for the last, 7 years. I thought he was a terrible GM. Today, he proved me wrong. He showed his balls. Like, he really did. Is there anything else in here? They lost a running back, too. Mills can play linebacker, Kayvon safety. I mean, linebacker, it is a different game nowadays because you have to be quick on your feet. But I'd still want my linebacker to be like 240 to 260. I know the guy that we drafted is like 228, but I don't know. I'd want someone.
He's an athletic dude, actually. So
yeah.
But my thing is I don't want a hybrid, which I've seen too many of them.
Now the biggest question we have is what did they trade for Goodwin or Godwin?
Goodwin. It's Marquise Goodwin.
Marquise Goodwin, yeah. They couldn't have had a trade that much for him because Howie is cheap. Like really cheap.
Did you bring up the Eagles traded 164 to Miami exchange for 173 and 227?
I didn't bring that up. No, tell them what's going on.
That happened. Remember at 164? I think it was like back-to-back comp picks. Mm-hmm. They traded out of that, and they got 164. They got out there in 173. Which are used on that whiteout and stuff. Mm-hmm. No, it was actually 168. So that's what they used for the whiteout from Boise. So they haven't really announced anything on Marquise Goodwin. That's the thing. I've been trying to source that out right now for you.
No, not yet. There hasn't been a lot. There hasn't been anything at all said on Marquise Goodwin yet. But I was one of the first people to get it out there on my page, the File Like an Eagle podcast. I just put it out there myself because Zach was obviously busy. But it excited me. I saw the name and I was like, I was telling my boy Philly 500 just like maybe 20 minutes ago because he was still pissed off with what was going on. I was like, don't be so sure that they're done and don't be so sure they don't add a wide receiver to complement Carson Wentz. And they did it 5 minutes later. So I'm and it's fast. Eagles and 49ers flipped 6th-round picks with Philadelphia. Also, again, Marquise Goodwin. Yeah, but we want the details on what we had to give up for Marquise Goodwin.
Okay. Here's what I found from Schefter. 49ers 3 trades. Marquise Goodwin and a 6th-round pick, 210, to the Eagles for a 6th-round pick, 190.
Okay.
They also traded Matt Breida to the Dolphins for a 5th-round pick.
Wow. Okay. Wow, they traded Breida?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, Breida was kind of ineffective in the playoffs last year. My friend had him on DraftKings, and didn't get him shit.
No, and a 5th-round pick this year and a third round next year to Washington for Trent Williams.
Okay. Trent Williams. Well, Trent Williams is going to here we go. Yeah, you just mentioned this. I'll just re-say it for you. The Eagles have acquired Marquise Goodwin and pick number 210 from San Francisco in exchange for 190. Wow, that's like nothing. Like, we literally exchanged one pick for a wide receiver and another pick that doesn't even matter. That's godlike moves from Howie Roseman. Like, that really is. He has been – you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it right now. A lot of people might not like this. This was an A draft for Howie Roseman. This was.
I give it a B. It's still not over yet. I want to see what he can do with these picks. Yeah. I'm the Russian judge.
Every move that this guy has made has been, even if you didn't like that 2nd-round pick, every single move that this guy made this draft was meaningful. Like, it meant something. Like, you could have went up and got Jalen Hurts a little earlier in 2nd round and used a very valid pick. I understand that, but getting your backup quarterback that you need, if Carson Wentz were to go down, you have that guy now.
I'm still pissy about how they could have got him in the 3rd round, though.
They could have. They probably could have got him in the 4th round. I'm not the biggest Jalen Hurts guy. I'm not. But the fact of the matter is they wanted to make a statement. And Truss Smith agrees with me. He says, I think it's an A draft. I really do. I have to give Howie Roseman an A. I have to.
I want to see a little more depth on the line, a little more, and some on both lines, and another linebacker. You could never have too many linebackers in my book.
Right. And Joseph Foley says we should have taken Jefferson. I was not sold on Jefferson at all. I don't think his game is going to translate to the NFL. And the reason why taking Jalen Reagor over Justin Jefferson, because Jalen Reagor is your more balanced out wide receiver. He has all the tools and attributes. But Jefferson's a slot guy, which you want someone on the outside. You don't want to just rely on a slot guy. And he was always on TV. That's why everyone's like, oh, he's so flashy. But you have to remember something. LSU had one of the best, and I mean best, college football offenses of all time. So when other people were covering Jamar Chase and Marquise Kid, like players like them, he would be wide open because who are you going to cover? You got to pick and choose who you cover. When you're covering someone, when you're double teaming someone at the pro level, he might not translate well. So that's why I'm taking Reagor over Jefferson every day of the week, because it's about the pro level. It's not about what you did in college. It never is.
So his senior year for Hightower, he had 51 receptions, 943 yards, and 8 receiving touchdowns.
Right.
For Hightower.
Wait, repeat that.
51 receptions. 943 yards.
Okay.
8 receiving touchdowns.
All right, so he's good. He was good in college. He wasn't phenomenal, but he was good. The 9 receiving touchdowns is impressive.
At Boise State, so.
At Boise State, it's a bad conference. I mean, he's good, but it shows you why he's a late-round pick. Maybe we found a diamond in the rough. Triple G at 209 with another super chat, $2 super chat. Eagles YouTube GOAT, Nitro, EDP, Philly 500. Those are my boys.
That is like a Mount Rushmore of Eagles YouTubers right there.
Yeah, they're great YouTubers.
Mount Rushmore. That is the Mount Rushmore, I call it.
Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. I really appreciate it. You've been donating all fucking week. He is the LSU single season record. Yeah, until Jamar Chase balls out next year. Jamar Chase is probably going top 5. He's that good of a wide receiver. He's not a good backup. He's a project quarterback. Well, Pats fan 12. I don't know if you were in here when I was talking about it, but what the fuck is our guy's name? The offensive coordinator. No, not the offensive coordinator. The whatever. It's beside
Press Taylor.
Press Taylor was talking about having 2 athletes on the field at the same time who could throw the ball to mess up the defense's mindset. I am for that. If they have Jalen Hurts and Carson Wentz on the field at the same time, you have to plan ahead of that, and you still might not have it all figured out. It's gonna be mind fuck. And I think this is what the league might turn into. I have to agree with Press Taylor. I do. And I'm for it. If that's what they used for the pick for, I'm for it. I really am. Do I like the Goodwin trade? I do. I'm not even gonna lie, I do. Yeah. I mean, other than that, Trevor, you have anything else to say?
I'm kind of more. Eagles draft has recovered after the first few rounds. I'll say that with people. I think we're getting around. I'll say on some of the picks. I had some sense knocked into me. Shout out to Dan Sealy. He told me it's a great move to do for the Eagles. So I took his word for it. So
right,
I agree with that. Besides the Eagles, I gotta give a lot of my props to the Dolphins. They got their draft really well. I also gotta say the Jets too. Those are the big standouts. Is the Dolphins and Jets are getting their shit together.
Yeah, Joe Douglas had a phenomenal draft.
Yeah, I love the Dolphins, what they've been doing a lot, because I like Brian Flores as what type of program he's doing, and how he kind of just how he's told with Stephen Ross and their GM. The GM for the Dolphins and and Brian Flores, they're attached to him and they want to make this work. And I really applaud Stephen Ross letting them do it.
Right.
So,
no, I agree. And
I love it. So, plus I go by this. Once the Patriots are done, I always feel like the real fans in the AFC East are like the Bills fans and the Dolphins fans.
Right.
So I'm glad to see it somewhat of a traditional power back. I may catch heat or old takes expose it, but I don't care.
All right. So Sports Maniac in the comment section asks me what my record prediction will be for the Philadelphia Eagles. Are you ready with everything that's transpired this offseason with this team? Are you ready for this? They will be the number 2 seed in the NFC playoffs next year. Now, the playoff format, I think, starts next year. So they'll still have
the first season for it, I believe.
Yeah, they'll still have to play on Wild Card Weekend, but they will be that high up, and they'll have a 12-4 record. What about you?
No, it's not. We're still doing 16 this year, 16 games, but they're not adding an extra game until 2021.
I know that. Yeah, I know that. That's why I said 12-4.
I need to see the schedule first. I don't I'm not throwing a record out yet. I gotta see the schedule. I gotta do my W's and L's. I gotta think logically about this. I gotta do my homework.
Right.
I gotta look at what the Seahawks are doing. I gotta look what the Niners are doing.
Right.
I gotta look what the Cardinals are doing. They've been looking good. I'll say that. They got some help on the line. They got help. They got Isaiah Simmons too. They need help on that defense real badly.
You do.
So I look at that. Dallas is gonna be really interesting. I will say this: we will not have 2 easy wins a year against the Washington Redskins.
Not anymore.
I'm sad to say,
especially with Chase Young on the outside now. Whew.
Here's my thing with Chase Young. I brought this up on on the Thursday's show.
Mm-hmm.
He disappears a lot in big games.
Yeah,
that's my thing. I don't know what to expect out of him.
Right.
That's my thing right now. So right now the Cowboys are on the clock. So we're at pick 179.
Right after this Cowboys pick, we will go off the air, but we just need to come on here, vent around with what's happening, telling everyone out there, well, in my opinion, that the Eagles did an A+ job in the draft.
I think we need the Eagle fans to calm down a little. I like to say this: let these picks marinate. So we gotta let it marinate.
Come to fruition.
Yeah, we need to calm down. We need to look at. I'll say this: I know people don't want to listen to me because I'm not much of a YouTuber. I think we need to watch some film. Mm-hmm. We need to have I don't want no homer opinions. I just want to see what we could do.
Right.
Alshon is not gone yet. That's other side.
I don't think he will be gone. I think he'll be here when he comes back from his injury.
Yeah, those injuries take forever to heal because that's like in the arch of your foot, anyways.
Yep. And look at this. Trust Smith. He's a very smart guy. Ertz and Dallas getting 1v1s all game with the speed safeties cannot play up. And exactly. They're going to be wide open the whole game.
It's going to be interesting. I'll say that. So
we do need a Deshaun Jackson to stay healthy, though.
We need the doctors not to do their bullshit.
Yep. Do diligence every single day.
Yes.
Dallas pick yet?
Yeah. Bradley Ane for a defensive end out of Utah.
Okay. So that's
30 career sacks, Utah record.
Okay, well, it's Utah. With that being said, guys, we are out of here. Fly goes fly. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the draft as much as I did. If you didn't, leave it in the comment section why you have displeasures about the drafts, and I'll get back to you. But with that being said,
let's watch some film together. Yeah. When we get back, I want good takes comment section. I want good takes.
As for the Fly Like an Eagle podcast, we will be back for our schedule prediction show. I think it's May 7th. The time will vary depending on who gets off work at what time. But we'll be back the first week of May, early second week of May. But we'll see you guys later. Peace out, and I hope you guys enjoyed the stream.
Later.